Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video, I tried to be a little bit more interactive and asked you, the viewers, if you would like to help me make a soap. And I asked you which fragrance to use and what type of design and what colors. I'm overwhelmed with the comments that came in. I was trying to find patterns and designs in my head to go with them. I ended up putting all of them into a little table and going through them one by one and trying to pick out which one maybe I haven't done and what would actually look really good. And I can't think of one that wouldn't look good. They all seem to have the right fragrance and the right colors, and some of them were unique, and some of them I think I might have done, like a lime, basil, mandarin, fresh coffee and things like that. The same sort of colors came up. So I wanted to try something a little bit different, a different fragrance that I've never used before. Phoenix and the Noms wrote in the comment, avocado and mint made in layers of 3 different light greens. So this video is dedicated to you, Phoenix and the Noms. I'm going to put a link to your YouTube channel below because I can see that you've got a whole bunch of videos. Let's get on with this project. I'm going to be using avocado and mint. This is from Aroma. If you're in Australia, you'll know who they are. Base is crystal soap base, suspending. This is 1 kilogram of soap base, and this mold holds just over, and I've got a little bit just to fill it up. So this is 1,090 grams that it fills right to the top, but these are only 1 kilogram. So you're 90 grams off, so you have to add from the other container into this one. Okay, so my mica color is Lime Spider, and this is from My Micro Obsession. Fantastic company. The reason why I use this one a lot is because I've only got 2 green micas. When I ordered all my micas, and there's about 90 of them, there was only 2 green, and these are the ones I got. I'm also going to be using some titanium dioxide. This is a liquid titanium, so it's already mixed. I believe it is with glycerin. The company that sells this had a fire in their warehouse, unfortunately, and everything was lost and damaged, so our hearts go out to you. This is also from Aussie Soap Supplies. This is White Pearl Mica. I'm going to be adding this. I don't know which color I'm going to be adding this in on. There are 3 colors, 3 layers. I just don't know if I'm going to make them flat. I don't really like flat, but I don't want to put it on a curve either. I might just try and make it bumpy and make it 3 layers. I don't know if it's going to go from dark to light yet or light to dark. I'll figure that once I pour the first one. For the fragrance, as I said, avocado and mint, I'm going to be using 2%. So for this loaf, it's 20 grams. Let's get to melt this down and get on with it. So just before I put this in the microwave to melt it down, I'd like to ask you a question. I do a lot of videos with melt and pour that I would just assume that you know what I'm doing. What I've come to realize is there's a lot of people out there who don't know what melt and pour is. Maybe you've just found my channel, so you're not sure what method you should use, whether it be melt and pour or cold process soap. And maybe I was thinking about doing a beginner's video for melt and pour. That would be just like the simple basics of what melt and pour is, how to color it, how to fragrance it, that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in that kind of video. It would be interesting to find out if a lot of you are unsure of melt and pour, or you want to give it a try, but you're not 100% there at this moment. Maybe I can help you along that line. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so this is all melted down now. Now, I figure if I add my color first, I can lighten it off as I go. So the darkest will be at the bottom and the lightest will be at the top. That way I can make it a layer with different levels of color. Okay, so I'm just going to add my fragrance first, and it's 20 grams. You can see that it's a discoloring fragrance already, just by its color. Smells great though. Smells really good. I was reading up on the documents on this on the Australian soap makers. They have a document area on how different fragrances react, whether they accelerate or discolor or anything like that. And there's a whole bunch of people that have contributed what each fragrance will do. Most of it is for cold process soap, and they said that it accelerates and it also discolors to like a light cream. So, but it doesn't say anything about melt and pour, so I really don't have much of a clue when it comes to this. It's certainly not going to accelerate because we can just melt it back down again. Yay, melt and pour. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this in and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now I'm going to add my lime spider. I'm not sure really how much to add to this. I'm thinking it's half a teaspoon. I'm pausing because I'm not quite sure. God, I'm so silly. If I just added it like this, there would be clumps in there. I've got to put rubbing alcohol in it. I know, I could hear a lot of you saying, no, Dean, don't do it. So get a little tiny cup. Rubbing alcohol. Add that half a teaspoon to the rubbing alcohol. And just get a paddle pop stick and mix it all around till it's all liquid. The rubbing alcohol will just evaporate, basically making it a liquid state, making it easy to add, and the clumps aren't going to be there. We're going to add all of this to the base. Okay, let's mix that in and see what kind of color we end up with. That's definitely the mint color, that's for sure. Okay, so in here I've got 1090 roughly, and I'm going to split it up into 3 different colors. Each layer is going to be 363 grams. So I've set my scale back to 0, and then I put the loaf on top. So when I go to pour into it, I'll know exactly how much it is. But I've got to make sure that I tear it back to 0. So 363. Okay, just spray that with rubbing alcohol. All right, so I'm going to let that sit. I don't know how long, probably around about 20 minutes, I would say. And then I'll come back and make sure that it's got a nice skin to it. And then I can start manipulating it with a glove and just make it a little bit lumpy. Spray it again, and then I'll go and melt the rest of this base down, and I'll put the next layer in, and I'll do the same thing until we've got all 3 layers. Okay, so it looks like this is firmed up quite nicely. It's got a skin, but I can feel everything underneath it's very jelly. So it's going to be really good to create like a wavy type pattern. I don't want to push too hard, obviously, because there could be at some point of this bit where it's a little bit more fluid. So I'm going to avoid the edges, because what I've noticed is if you push too close to the edge, it will pull away from the edge. So when you go to pour the next one, and the next one drips down that, and it creates a void, and that void doesn't connect properly. So I'm going to try and keep away from the edges and just do the center part. And I'm just going to keep doing this until I'm happy with how it's firming up, what kind of pattern I'm looking for, whether it's a little bit more lumpy than what I want. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a second, then I'll come back. So I think I've got it exactly how I want it. Probably can't see it. You can see the shine on it, and that's where the dips are. I'm going to melt down the next layer and pour it in. Okay, so for this next layer, I'm going to add in a little bit of titanium dioxide, and I'm going to add some of this white pearl mica as well. White pearl mica could have been added to some rubbing alcohol. So we're going to add some titanium dioxide to this. I'll just add a little bit at a time. Ooh. So this is a touch lighter. We're going to spray in the mold. Make sure that all those little sections are covered. And then we're going to put this back on our scale. Set it back to 0 and pour. Okay, I'm just going to spray the top. So I'll be back when this one's set, which will be another 28 minutes. But for you, it's that. Okay, so I left the second one for about 25 minutes. It's firmed up really, really nice. And the reason why is because the second time I put this in the microwave, there wasn't as much of the base. Therefore, it wasn't as hot as the first one. So it's cooled down a lot more, as you can see. You can see my finger marks there. So I'm just going to push this down a little bit. I think we've got that at a nice little point. So this is the next layer that's going on top, the final layer. And I really want to make it a distinguished color. White pearl mica really didn't do that much to it, so I'm going to add a little bit more titanium dioxide to this, just so I can whiten it. It really does smell good though, this avocado and mint. Okay, so I think I've got it to a lighter green consistency. Okay, so we've got to spray the loaf first. Make sure you get into all the corners. And then we're just going to pour it in over the top of this. Okay, so we just spray the top. Alright, so that is now fully completed right to the top of the mold. And as you can see, there's a little bit left inside. I'm not going to get that out. It's just not going to fit in there. But I did about 20 grams more. And then there was 20 grams of fragrance and the titanium dioxide. Always do a little bit more than what your loaf can hold. It's okay, you can put it off into another mold if you want to, but there's no point having, 50 or 100 grams less. Your bars are going to be smaller than what you want them to be. So I always like to do that 20, 30 grams more if I know that I'm actually going to get the full loaf right to the brim. Okay, so that is done. I'm not going to touch this until the morning because it's around about midnight right now when I wake up in the morning, and you'll see me unmold it right now. Okay, so it's the next morning and I'm going to unmold this and see what it's like. I'm actually quite nervous. Let's see. Well, there's the three colors. Now you're not going to see much of the design on the ends because remember I didn't touch around the edges. So it's only in the center that they'll actually have some sort of design. So I'm going to mark this out and I'll be back to cut the bars. Okay, so these indents, little bumps, I don't think they're going to be much because I really didn't push down hard on them. They're just going to be tiny little bits, but they're not completely straight, as you can see. So we'll keep going, see what else we can find. The good news is that all the layers are totally stuck together. They're not coming apart. See, that's a little bit better. That little tiny thing, that's what I was going for. So to give you an example, that's a cutoff of the end piece, and the way that the layers are stuck together is really nice. Like, that's quite thin and yet still very pliable. As you can see, even turning that right over, they're not breaking. Shows the strength of the bond of the rubbing alcohol. That's nice. All right, so I love how this turned out. It smells pretty amazing. I haven't had this fragrance before, but I really like it. It's got a gentle mint fragrance to it, but you can definitely tell it's there, and it's really, really nice. I love the color combination, so thank you for picking it. I probably would have liked to have seen a lot more wave, but apart from that, I absolutely love this. I'm going to give you some close-up photos right now. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.